Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the finals season 7. We're continuing with the season 7 hype train today. I already did the super long overview video that was like 40 minutes long, where I went over like the entire patch notes and talked a lot about different aspects of the new season. Like I said, I tend to do, or I think I said it in the video, I tend to do those for the new season, so I was just keeping up with the tradition with that one. So we got that one out of the way, and now that I did that video, I wanted to move on to like the more like normal types of gameplays that I tend to do and videos I tend to do on this game. So yeah, the first one of those is going to be talking about and showcasing on the new map as well, the model, which is the medium weapon that I've been having the most fun with this season. Now, don't get that confused. It's not the medium weapon that I think is the strongest this season. That's either the pike or the famas. Although I think a lot of people, I don't know, the famas is like super popular. I actually think it's the pike. I think it's the pike by a lot too. I think the pike is like insanely good right now. And it is like definitely the top performing medium weapon, especially with players that are like really solid and good at abusing what it's good at. It's obnoxious, and it can keep up in close range, which is like the weakness of the weapon. It can keep up in close range a lot better than it should be able to. So it's like insanely good at medium and long range, and it's like surprisingly effective at close range. So yeah, for me it's the pike. I think the pike is like the best medium weapon this season, and I think the famas is like a close second. But maybe in a third place slot, and again the one that I've been having the most fun with, is the model. And that's what I'm going to be using in this gameplay. I even got the pay-to-win skin for it finally, because I kind of missed the model train. And I think that's part of the reason why I've been having so much fun with the model this season, is it didn't get any buffs or anything. I think the indirect buff to the model was the Serb getting nerfed, right? Like, I think the thing that was really holding the model back previously was the fact that you had the Serb, and if you wanted to play that shotgun playstyle on medium with how good the Serb was, there just wasn't really a reason to use the model. I've used the Serb a little bit post-nerf, and you can still use it, and it's still good at what it is good at. But personally, it has gotten like so much worse, especially from range, that I definitely prefer the model now. Even though the model's range isn't like that good, it's at least got like a little bit of range. So it gives you like a little bit of versatility. Whereas the Serb is like just full on barrel stuff, just run directly at who you want to fight and get as close to them as possible. And there's really no other like thought to it. Like, that's basically all it is. The model, in my opinion, has a lot more like finesse to it and a lot more variety to it. I actually get like some medium range and like, well, longish for a shotgun range picks with this thing from time to time, which I find really fun. And also just like running DMAT. Like, DMAT was another thing. Like, I didn't run DMAT a lot for a long time. I ran heal beam. I just like always stuck with heal beam. I was just stubborn, I guess. I don't know. So again, like, I kind of missed the model wave of the game where the model was like super good, and like the DMAT wave too. I just never really ran DMAT, so I've been kind of like catching up and playing these different things in the beginning of the season to try to have some fun, because we have not started our ranked grind yet. I think we're gonna start. I think we're gonna start next week. Hopefully, run placements and see how it goes. So yeah, I've just been experimenting with a bunch of different shit, specifically on heavy and medium, but a little bit on light as well. But mostly just been playing like things that and like loadouts that I don't normally play, just to have some variety and have some fun in the game. So that's kind of what landed me at the model. And also my duo Yertle loves to run it, like, really not that much in ranked, like sometimes in ranked. Yeah, maybe in a few like particular map situations he'd run it, but for the most part not. It's mostly just like a world tour TDM thing. He'll run the model a lot for fun. And he's really solid with it. I know he has a good time with it, and I was like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, I'll give this thing a shot, because I was always like really against it back in the day for some reason. When it was like triple medium, triple model, I didn't really enjoy using it. I don't know why. I think it mostly had to do with a larger, like, not enjoying the game as much at that time. For me, not wanting to, you know, use like adapt to that playstyle and whatnot. But now that I'm enjoying the game more, and now that I think the game's in a better state, And yeah, it just being like a different time and it being balanced differently, I was like, all right, you know what, screw it, come back to the model, try this thing out. I've been running it a lot in World Tour, been running it a lot in TDM, and I've been getting a lot better with it, getting a lot more used to it, especially in combination with like DMAT and Goo, because DMAT and Goo combo so damn well with this thing. And also getting like the melee, trying to get like the melee down as well, because I think that's like a really important aspect of this weapon, is knowing like how much damage you can do, or how much damage you need to do to then like be able to finish them off with one melee, because that speeds up your TTK a ton. So like figuring that out, figuring the flow of that out. Another thing for me too is the reload, actually. Like the reload timing, I'm so used to like classic video game shotgun, like you're just able to like cancel your reload with shooting with a shotgun like at any freaking point in time that you want, really, even if it doesn't really make sense with the animation. I'm so used to that. I'm so like old school with that, I guess, and just so used to that. So the model, I think part of the reason why I was against it for a little bit is like knowing that reload timing and getting used to being able to get those shots off with the reload, in conjunction with the reload, is like such an important aspect of the weapon. And it just took me a while to adapt to it, because again, I'm just so used to the typical video game way of it working. And it makes sense that they do it this way in this game, like line it up with the animation. I get it, it makes sense. But it just took a lot of getting used to. But now that I figured out those like melee, you know, timings a little bit, and those timings with like the reload a little bit, this gun is like super stylish and super fun. And like the combination again with like Goo and DMAT is really fun. You can get really creative with it. And that's the real like strength of it, and why I still think it's it's the one that I'm having the most fun with. I don't think it's the best medium weapon, but why I still think it's like pretty good and like a valid choice this season, is because of that combination with DMAT. DMAT is still like really strong, and the way you can like chase people down and just get those quick pop shots to like finish them off, or like open up a fight, get a quick pop shot with this gun, get big burst damage. It's just like way better than the FAMAS off of DMAT. Don't get me wrong, I still think the FAMAS is really good. I still think the FAMAS is a better weapon overall. But again, like in particular, like the combination with DMAT, this just feels like more natural than the FAMAS. So again, for all those reasons, I think that this is actually like a solid underrated pick this season. And I've been having some success with it. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I recommend that you give it a shot. And it's ironic that I decided to do this video and talk about this, because one of the first like Reddit posts I saw the other day was talking about the model, and somebody ranting about the model and it being like unusable and just like horrible now, and needing another buff. And it's like, I don't know. I don't necessarily I don't necessarily agree with that. What I do think though is that like, I don't know, if you wanted to buff it, it would have to be a slight buff. Like the damage I actually think is in a pretty good spot. I saw some people saying like the reload speed. I agree with that. Like if you're gonna buff the model in some way, I think that's the best way to do it. The actual fire rate and the actual damage I think is in a really good spot right now. And it feels like super balanced. So I wouldn't touch that, but like a slight reload speed buff would be welcome. I'm so tired. It's late when I'm recording this commentary. Keep saying the wrong shit. It would be welcome. I would not mind rather a reload speed, a slight reload speed buff. Like that would be totally fine. So yeah, so again, like having a lot of fun with the model, super stylish, you get really cool clips. And I recommend you guys give it a shot. If you haven't, you know, try it out, try this old like style of gameplay, give it a shot. And you know, who knows, like maybe you'll actually have some fun with it. Like I think this is way more fun than the Serb ever was. Like just the skill gap and like the skill ceiling with the model, it just feels so much better, right? Like the way I'd describe it is like the Serb, the skill floor was a lot higher, right? Like on average people are way better with the Serb, but the heights that you can reach with the Serb are much lower, because there's just not a whole lot of like expression and versatility with that gun. The model is the complete opposite, right? Like you can get so creative with it. And again, like the versatility of like actually having some range and that timing with the reload, that's not really a thing with the Serb. Like there's so much of a skill gap. There's so much fun to be had with like learning this weapon and getting better with this weapon. And the more that I use it, the more I'm like really enjoying it. And it's honestly the main thing that I've been having fun with so far this season. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that one was like super rambly. I'm sorry about that. I recorded this late at night. That's just kind of how I am right now. But yeah, hope it was a good gameplay, and hope you guys enjoyed the commentary, and see you in the next one.